Oh, I don't care at all.
You have been very vocal about the pay disparity that is there in the film industry. But last week I read an article, the headline of which was Radhika Apte is one of the most highly paid actors on OTT.
I know, I read that, I was like, really? That's not true. That's really not true. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but if that's true, that's... Really? I don't think so. I do disassociate myself from that whole controversy. It's horrible feeling to feel that somebody's been exploited. We've all been through the same. But whether that's true or not, it's a very multifaceted situation. True. And it's just best that I stay out of it. Although I do feel that that episode has had tremendous positive impact. Yeah, I am. Oh, I'm always a part of Sriram's film. Whether it's normally a scene. Yeah, it's just because he's like, I have one scene, will you come? I was like, of course I'll come. So I came and I did the scene.
Hi Radhika, welcome to News 18.
Hi.
All good?
Yes, and you?
All good. So, like I was telling you, I was just mindlessly scrolling through Instagram last night and this video of yours really popped up. It was a scene from Va Life Hoto Aise.
Oh my god.
Trust me, I couldn't recognize you. Okay. So there was this exchange that was happening between you and Shahid where you said that, I'm so excited, some guy is waiting for me downstairs and I'm going to go meet him so that I can get married to him. Yeah. Cut to, we see a very, very young Ishan Khattar.
Yes. We actually met each other like last week at some party. And we both spoke about it. We were like, let's never talk about this film. No, I mean, it's just a strange time, long time ago. It just doesn't feel real to me.
Have you ever revisited the film?
No.
I love how honest you are about it.
Oh God, that's the problem.
No, but any memory do you have from the sets? Anything that you remember?
Yeah, they weren't very great. I mean, I guess so long ago that I can speak about it openly, but yeah, it wasn't great. I guess it was... Mahesh Manjrekar was great because that's why I did the film, because he'd come to watch... I'd done a play called Brain Surgeon. It was the first play I'd ever done, and I got the state award for something, for performance, but I guess the state award, I don't know. And he was the one who presented it. Okay. He was the judge also for it. And he called me to meet and said that I want to work with you, I wanted to cast you in something. But he said, I'm making Rakt, Deha and Va Life Hoto Aise. So he said that clearly you don't fit into two because it was so small. Can you, I was really so young.
How old were you? Do you remember?
16, 17, I don't know. And I was like really like just out of school. Yeah. And with probably a mustache also, I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like that age when you're like, don't know how to like thread properly. So I was very excited because I had no idea how it is to, how films are made. And I wanted to be an actor. So I decided to do it, but I was just staying at in my aunt's living room on a gadda, going every day. They didn't pay me. Like I could, like, like things are better now, but the producers were like, and just the condition in general, like today, if I'm on that set, I put my foot down for like 100 things. So those memories aren't great. And it was like, do I really want to do this? I just didn't quite. But I'm very lucky because I've been on great sets and I love my job and I realize that it's not exactly that.
Thankfully so.
No, yeah.
Right. Off late, we have been seeing a little bit more of you, I think. You're quite a bit there on social media.
Am I?
Yes, much more than what it was, let's say, even 4 years back.
Really?
I think so. I mean, Radhika is more often in Bombay. That's what we keep talking about, which is great. But would you say, are you warming up to this side of being an actor? Being a little more visible?
To be honest with you, I think I was far more visible before COVID.
Okay.
Because I lived here. I mean, I lived in both countries for the past 12 years, 13 years I've been in England and India. But it's only after COVID that I'm now spending equal amount of time. Otherwise, I'd be here 11 months and a month maximum in London. So I was constantly attending everything and just promotions of... I was doing a lot more work. Now I've really restricted what I do. So I feel less visible, in fact. And I feel... Like, for example, I barely go out and attend any film industry things. Just find it quite hectic to get dressed and then get clicked at. So I think I'm probably less visible, but my social media is actually really bad. I need to really up my game, but I can't be bothered. I struggle to go on social media.
Really?
Really
Even
struggle.
now?
Yeah, I do. I really have to post something that mostly my pictures are throwback only because I don't have anything. I never take pictures.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you're not one of those who will call up a paparazzo and say that, hey, I'm here.
Oh my God.
And what would you do then when you spot them outside?
I get embarrassed actually. I get quite like, oh, okay. But I'd never do it. Which is why I never go dressed to airports, or many times I'm clicked in like my own clothes because I didn't know there were paps there. I just find their job quite hard though.
It is.
It's so hard. What a job.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see them sometimes and be like, hi, how are you? Long time. They all have Marathi also. So that's, they always speak to me in Marathi. So that's nice, but not big on like getting clicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so in an interview a while back, earlier this year, you said that you call yourself a freelance actor.
It's a freelance job. Acting is a freelance job.
Yeah, it is, but do you really think it is?
It is. By definition, it is. Come on. It is unless you're employed by a company, you're a freelancer.
But more star, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's nothing to do with a star or non-star. Freelance is basically, what is a freelance? Freelance person is who can work with different people. That's a freelance job.
Yeah.
A musician is a freelance musician, a painter, a dancer could be a freelance, could be associated with a company. If you're employed with a company, you're not a freelance person. But actors are freelance. It's a job, by definition it's freelance. Unless you're associated with a company which says that you're my actor, our actor, and you are not allowed to work with anybody else and you're not a retainer, then you're not a freelance actor maybe. But it's just a job. It's a freelance job.
Yeah, right. Are you still scared, Radhika? What if I don't get work here anymore?
Not really. I've been there, done that. I guess, there's so many ups and downs, and there comes phases where you get such terrible work offered to you consistently that you feel like probably it's never going to improve. But then you have to, and it's not just my story, it's everybody's story. Like, however big a star you are, if there are ups and downs, you go like, there's good times and there are difficult times. But it's actually always, like, I've looked at it as a good thing. It helps you, pushes you to do something else. And so I've been studying script writing for the last 3 years, and I'm trying to write something. And whether it goes anywhere or not, because if I speak about it, everybody goes, oh, what you're making and when is it coming out? I'm like, it's not about that. It's about studying because I really like it. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's not easy to write.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. I'm loving it. But if I was getting excellent job offers, I might never venture into this, So I did now I'm choosing my work and doing lesser work because I'm also writing, and I'm trying to see if that'll take me anywhere.
So you're saying that the fact that you sort of resorted to writing, or you started writing rather, was nudged by the dearth of good projects?
It was actually, and not because, basically there are two things. One is that I thought I'll write something, or I'll try and make something because I want to be in something that it interests me. But the more I started writing, I was like, I don't want to be in it. I'm loving the actual process of writing, and I want to make something. I don't want to be in it. I just want to make something. So that's one thing. But other thing is, see, as a creative person, what you do and what your personal life is has to be it has to go hand in hand. It's not a separate entity. It's not mutually exclusive, is it? So what you do in your creative field has to enrich you and inspire you and make you grow. And a lot of times what the subject matter or what the material that you get to work with doesn't necessarily inspire you. It might inspire that person who's written it or the people who are making it, but it won't necessarily inspire you. There are things that I want to write about or I want to talk about and I want to explore and see where it goes. And so I was like, okay, maybe I should do something. So it sort of started with that, and again, it might not go anywhere, but it's been really, I've been the happiest.
So cathartic?
I'm happy. I'm really, really happy.
Great.
Yeah.
So, you have been very vocal about the pay disparity that is there in the film industry. But last week I read an article, the headline of which was Radhika Apte is one of the most highly paid actors on OTT.
I know, I read that, I was like, really? That's not true. That's really not true. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but if that's true, that's... Really? I don't think so.
But the fact that, Radhika, you have been so vocal about things like that, do you think somewhere that has had a ripple effect in a positive way?
Oh yeah, I mean, not just because of me, but the fact that so many people are consistently talking about a lot of things, whether they do them those things themselves or not is another question. But doesn't matter, because if they're speaking about it, eventually it helps things to change. 100%. Any effort and any if you're making it towards a change, it will happen, and it collectively sort of comes together. Everybody who speaks helps.
Right. Cool. Okay, so let's talk Made in Heaven. I know a lot of conversations have happened.
Yes.
What I want to understand from you, Radhika, is did you ever get the chance to sit down and mull over what was happening? Or are you somebody who just dissociates yourself from work once it's over?
You're talking about the latest controversy?
Yeah.
Well, not much. I didn't. I heard both sides, but I've heard them on social media and on their reports. And I know Neeraj really well. I know that, most of my process of when I was working on this project, we just would sit and he would just tell me about his life.
Yeah.
And that has been my inspiration while I was performing, because I had a living example of what it is like to be a Dalit, grow up like a Dalit, what else he's feeling, fears, and what struggles he had to do. So, to be honest with you, I do disassociate myself from that whole controversy. It's horrible feeling to feel that somebody's been exploited. We've all been through the same. But whether that's true or not, it's a very multifaceted situation. True. And it's just best that I stay out of it. Although I do feel that that episode has had tremendous positive impact.
Yeah.
And I think both parties, whatever their conflict is or not, won't remain, hopefully. They both wish for the same positive change for the society. And I think I look at it that way.
You recently reacted to some people sort of trolling your accent. And you said, I don't care.
Oh, I don't care at all. No, I didn't know that they were trolling my accent. Somebody said that my accent's a khichdi. It's a complete khichdi. The problem is, I've been living in London for the past 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
I really struggle to get work there because my accent's too Indian. So since I went there the last 3 years, COVID, I've been practicing with experts to actually speak in a British accent.
Okay.
And it took me so long to actually sort of sound British.
It is tough, yeah.
It's so difficult. And every time I come here, my accent goes away. But then now I sort of have this middle accent, which can go. But half the time I'm on the phone with Benedict. You know what I mean? Or some friends from London, or some work colleague from London that I'm working on a project with. Half the times I'm talking to people here.
Yeah.
So my life is actually literally between these two cities. So it's not that I'm putting on an accent to speak to you. This is just how I speak now. I mean, when I came from Pune, my Hindi or my Marathi was very, very heavily had a Marathi accent.
Yeah.
Then I lived here for 10 years and it went, right? Nobody trolled me for that. I live in London. There has to be, it will come. And especially if I'm practicing, especially if I'm really trying my ass off to sound British, so that somebody there will give me a job. So that's why my accent's sort of done that.
But it's great that you're not somebody who would get affected by people saying such things. Yeah. What rattles Radhika Apte then?
What rattles me? People secretly videoing me and taking pictures rattles me.
They do?
Yeah, they do.
Like fans, you're saying?
Yeah,
okay.
Like on airport or whatever. Like I find that disturbing. I find that way. I find quite a few things disturbing, but to me directly, I guess something like this, people just really coming in my personal space. I'm just talking about this people's comments and people's expectations, but That's probably what. And people expecting that I should give a photograph, that really makes me quite upset because it's really not my job to give pictures all the time. And I'm a sucker for privacy.
Yeah.
So I really, really don't like it.
I've seen you schooling people for that right in front of me.
Really sorry. I find it so disturbing. I find it really disturbing because if I'm seeing a friend or it's my private space.
Of course.
And people just One day I was talking to somebody on the phone and this woman just came and put her phone in front of me and there was somebody else and she's like, say hi. And I was like, what? You know? And she's like, just say hi, what's the big deal? And I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god, really?
People are weird. Yeah. One day something had happened and I was crying actually on an airport and this man was shooting me. I was like, whatever. People are weird. And at the same time, some people are so nice and so sweet. They just come to me and say, I know you don't like to take pictures, just want to tell you that we really love your work. And that makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Because that feels like really respected. And then I don't mind actually stopping and having a bit of a chat. Because if I feel respected, then I don't mind opening up. But if you just come on, then it's a bit hard.
It is, I can imagine, yeah. Okay, are you a part of Merry Christmas?
Yeah, I am. I'm always a part of Sriram's film. Whether it's normally a scene. It's just because he's making, he's like, I have one scene, will you come? I was like, of course I'll come. So I came and I did the scene.
What side of you as an actor do you think he really brings out compared to, other directors, let's say?
We just have fun. It can't be more honest than that. I'm not somebody, trust me, I'm also trying to make things now, so I know how many reservation actors have about that, not this, not that, because of just not their fault, just how industry works. I don't know whether my decisions are stupid or whether they will eventually, I don't know, pay as in not pay, pay me back.
I know, I get it, yeah.
But I don't know, but a lot of the times in my life I've said yes to things because I just like the people or like their company or like their work. I've never really thought about, is it big enough, is it this enough, or is it that enough. Sriram, me and Pooja, his co-writer, associate director, editor, who's a very dear friend of mine, we have such a good time on set. In any scene, we try so many different things. We really play around, and that's what I love. I love being on set, and I love doing that. And so he just said, "Come for 2 nights." I came back and I did it.
So it's done.
Yeah, it's done. It was so much fun. Just 2 nights. It was so much fun. I always feel sad. I keep telling him that, you need to not do this with me all the time. But we're really good friends.
Yeah.
I'd do it for anybody, him or Vikram or Kashyap, like they're really, really close old friends.
So, did you get the chance to actually work with Vijay Sethupathi?
Yeah, I'm not supposed to tell that. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to say.
No, but what's your thought on his work, Vijay Sethupathi? Have you watched his films?
I have seen Vikram Veda.
Okay.
And I've seen Merry Christmas. And sorry, Vijay, I haven't seen the rest of the films. But I think he's fantastic. He is. What a personality on screen. It's like he's so good. He's a lovely man.
He is. Yeah, right. Okay, so Radhika, before we let you go, what we have done is something very interesting. Okay, so there are certain things that keep popping up on social media about you. Some videos, some clippings, some conversation on threads. So we are going to throw them at you, and you'll have to react to them.
Sure.
Okay. What is your thought on being continuously called an indie actor?
Am I called an indie actor?
A lot of people say that.
I don't care. Really? Okay. Yeah, sure. It's not a bad thing. I watch mostly indie stuff, so I don't mind.
Do you watch work of your contemporaries?
I don't watch sometimes my own work.
Okay.
So I do watch the work of my contemporaries, but I don't watch everything.
What was the last thing you watched, if you remember?
Merry Christmas, actually.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Then I watched The Hard, actually. I think probably that's the series. I watched Kohra. I watched The Hard.
Kohra was so good.
Kohra was good. The Hard also I enjoyed. Then what else did I watch? I think probably that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what would you say if you asked to get a nose job today?
I will never do anything to my face, my body. I mean, I will never ever do anything to myself.
Okay.
I won't even get a Botox injection. I would do absolutely nothing. And I will never do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your reaction to being called a serious actor with very strong opinions?
I do have strong opinions, unfortunately or fortunately. Serious actors, and if they mean that I'm serious about acting, then you're right. But if you think that I do serious work, then that's wrong usage of English. But then, thank God I did Monica recently or Mrs. Undercover because they both were comedies.
Yeah.
Love Stories was comedy, I think,
Yes.
ish. Andhadhun was not serious. So there are lots of examples I can say that were not that. But I am serious about my acting, definitely.
Yeah, I think what they meant is a no-nonsense actor, which I think is great.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Exactly. I really am no nonsense.
Yeah.
I find it hard work. I'm a waste of my time. I'd rather sit on my sofa, put my legs up and watch, I don't know, Schitt's Creek, you know?
Yes.
But, yeah.
Okay. There's also this particular clip of you talking about the Telugu film industry where
Long
you said
time
that.
back.
Yeah, that was long back,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
yeah.
keeps coming up.
Does it?
Yes,
Okay.
people love dissecting it. Going back, do you regret talking or having such strong opinions about it?
Honestly, I don't remember what I said.
You said it's extremely patriarchal.
But then that's 100% true, at least back then. My experiences that time with the Telugu films that I had done were terrible. And nothing had happened in the sense that nothing major happened that I had to speak out during Me Too, but it's just the way they treated me was not good. And the men were not good. And because I am moderately confident and I speak my mind, I gave it back to them there and then so that nothing happened. But it wasn't pleasant, and so I spoke about it, and then I had this whole backlash of like, she's terrible and never cast her in South Indian films. And then I got a film with Rajnikant, so I was like, okay.
Lovely. Okay, this is the last one. I saw this thread. People are rallying for you for some reason to be a part of Dawn 3.
What?
Yes. Have you heard of it?
I didn't even know there's Dawn 3. Has it been made? No, is it going to be made?
It is going to be made. It has been announced. They want you to be a part of it because they feel you're the perfect cast choice for it.
Really? The
Yeah.
makers know?
Well,
I don't know. Really? I had no idea, but nice.
to actually step into Priyanka Chopra's shoes. That's what they
I
want.
mean, she's great.
Yeah.
So I think she should also be there. But
Yeah.
no, I didn't know that. But
Wow.
nice, thank you. I wish that happens.
Great, great.
Then I won't remain indie anymore, you see.
See? But you've done enough masala, so...
I know, right? Like, that's why I was like, okay.
All right then, Radhika, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for being such a sport and
Thank you.
all the very best. I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward, someday hopefully we'll get to read what you're writing.
Oh
and
yeah,
see you
me
then.
too. I'm also
Yeah.
looking forward.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Radhika Apte and you're watching me on News 18.